Hi guys and gals. This is going to be a short video. I'm going to answer a question. This question I got from Steve Schreckengoss back in Oswego, New York. It says, Dave and Eric, said I received my layout letters the other day. I really appreciate the printout included with the letters that shows the proper orientation of the letters. It got me to thinking. I was wondering if anyone ever tried painting or spraying the back of the letters white to help mistake-proof the layout. If you've tried this, did it work out? If you tried it, did you use ink or paint? Thanks, Steve. Well, truth is that we've been doing this for so many years that I will occasionally check on a letter, but I've been using them for so long, I pretty much know whether they're right or wrong, whether they're backward or not. Now, we have two basic styles of layout letters. Number one is a Clarendon font, and this is a printout that I now include with each starter pack. Every time somebody buys a starter pack, they get this printout on the Clarendon letters to show exactly how the letters go so they don't make a mistake when they're laying the sign out. Now this is for the Clarendon letters. And this one shows the pointedly mad or the Western letters. Now it's really easy to actually lay these out wrong. You know, you can have the M's backwards, you can have the N's upside down. There's all kind of little things you can do that most people probably wouldn't notice, but a lot of people will. And since there's only one way these letters should go, we thought we would show you sort of a foolproof way of knowing how they should go. Now, if you're using a font that we didn't make, or using a font that you get someplace else, you can go to your computer and print that font out and make sure that when you lay out the letters that the orientation is right. Now I'm going to show
So you're suggesting then if they have a Cooper Black style or a Arial or
Cooper
whatever,
Black,
then print out kind of what you just showed on that.
Exactly.
Pointedly mad.
Print out what it's supposed to look like, and when you print it out of your computer, it'll show it. And then when you do your sign layout, you can be sure that your letters are oriented on there right.
Yeah, so they can post that up wherever they do their layout and their signs,
exactly,
so they can match it up and make sure.
Just,
okay.
You know, have a sheet on your layout bench where you can tell when the letters are right or wrong. So now these are the Clarendon letters. You got a shot on those, son?
Yeah, I'm zooming in right now.
Okay, now if you look at these are all oriented right. Now you'll notice on the M, on what would be your left side, it's smaller. The stroke on it is smaller. Now I'm going to turn each one of these over so you can see the right way and the wrong way. And then I'm going to come back and do something else. So these are the four that are usually easiest to make a mistake on. So this one is the right one, this one is wrong. This one is right, this one is backwards. This one is correct, this one is not. This little piggy went to market.
Okay. You know, one thing, since you have M's and W's there, Dad, show them the difference between an upside down M and a W kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. In most fonts, and of course in this it's obvious, but in most fonts you'll find that the M has got straight sides on it, and the W always has a slant on it. Now that's not 100% chiseled in stone. There are some fonts that somebody designed that the M might be slanted or the W might be straight, but that 99% of the fonts, that's not the way it is, and the truth is they don't look good. Aesthetically, they don't look good if they're not, the M's are not straight on the sides and the W's are not slanted. That's the way they're supposed to be.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to turn these letters back over, and I'm going to have to do this twice. And just to show you that these are now all oriented properly. Now,
so they're all face up.
They're all face up, and this is the way they would look if you were laying out the sign. Now, Steve asked if we ever sprayed put a little white on them or put a little color on them on the back to show which way they go. Which is a good, it really is a good idea. We never have done it simply because I've been doing these for over 40 years and I just know how they're supposed to go. But now I've turned these over so that what you're looking at now, they're backwards. You're looking at the back of the letter. Now when you get your layout letters, whether you buy them from us or wherever you get them, when you get your layout letters, if you'll get them all laid out the way they're supposed to be, and then turn each one over, and then just take a little can of white spray or yellow. You could use yellow. Don't use black because most of your layout is going to be black, and if you once get a little black on them, you're not going to know which way they go. So I would suggest that you use white. Now I like Kills. Kills is a primer. You can get it in a spray can. It dries real fast. This happens to be Fusion, which is made especially by Krylon. It's made for painting plastics. It's not the best for what I'm doing here, but it will do the job. And you'll see what I'm doing. We're in a closed space here.
Yeah, so spray a little bit more. There's a good idea.
Yeah, you can't. Now, this is really all you need. The only problem in doing this on camera is going to take a few minutes for this to dry. If I were using Kills, it would be dry almost instantly. But I'm gonna turn this over, and you can see that I'm going to hold it without laying it down. Once this is sprayed, this is the front. You can always tell that this is the back because it's got the white on it. So it's really very, very simple. It's a good question.
Good idea.
It's a good idea. And especially for the new people, when you're just starting out, it takes a lot of time to get down really what you're doing, and laying your signs out with a proper orientation on the letters is very, very important.
Yeah, and by the way,
they'll carve just as well either way, but they don't look as good, and you want your signs to look as good as you can get them.
And we see a lot of signs.
You have something to say, son?
Yeah, I do. I'm just going to jump in. I just jump right in.
Get on in there.
And we see a lot of signs.
Get her done.
We see a lot of signs actually from not just sign carvers, but you and I see a lot of signs even when we're just out and running around, where even professional sign carvers have S's upside down, M's backwards, M's for upside down, M's for W's. We just see that stuff all the time, and once you've done this for a long time, you'll be able to see them right off the bat. So this is stuff that we never learned right at the beginning, so we're just sharing it for the new people.
Right, and it's not like the sign doesn't read. If the letter is backwards, you can still read what the sign says. And you know, there's nothing carved in stone that says you can't do it backwards just to get the attention. But the truth is, we like to do it right. And when we're teaching somebody to do it, we like to teach them to do it right. And then how you do it from then on is up to you. You can put the N on there, you can put the S on there horizontal if you want to. But we just want you to understand that the correct way for the letters to look when you're doing your sign layout. And that's all this was about. We want to thank Steve for sending the question, and we're going to do more and more of these questions. So if you have questions.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something at you again. So can you hold up that Clarendon font and?
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I got you.
So we now include that with every sign layout starter pack.
I said that.
Yeah, I know. But for the people that don't have these, then they can print them out with their printer so that they'll see what their Clarendon font is.
Just go on and bring up Clarendon font with your printer. Go to Google and Google Clarendon font, and you'll go to a website that has all thousands of fonts. Bring up the Clarendon, print it out, and then you have the orientation. You have one just like this. If you can't find it, drop me a line. I'll put one of these in an envelope and send it to you.
Okay, so we're going to...
But we do include these now. We include these with each of the starter packs that we send out, so you'll have it.
Yeah. Okay, just Just wanted to double check that. Carry on.
Well, that's all I've got to say, folks.
Okay.
Let's close this down now, and just remember to go on and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Old Dave 100. And every time we post a new video, new idiot video like this, you'll be notified. And that's all we got. Send your questions in. If you got questions, it's something that a lot of times we think, we just don't pay any attention because we've been doing this for years. But if you come up with a question, something that's got you stumped, send us a question. We may use your question and make a video and give you credit for it. So keep in touch and keep watching the videos and keep making sawdust. We'll talk to you later.
Good job, Dad.